أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الغوي الرجيم. أفضل ذكر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين أبي القاسم محمد سيد الأولين والآخرين وسيد الخلق أجمعين، وعلى آل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين وأصحابه الغر المنتجبين. إخواني، أنتم في حلقة جديدة مع الشيخ المعالج أبو عرب. إخواني، أعتبر نفسي واحد من أقوى المعالجين الروحانيين على وجه الأرض بالعلاج من بعيد، علاج البيوت المسكونة والمستشفيات المسكونة والقصور المسكونة والبلل المسكونة وأي شيء مسكون بالجن، حتى ولو كانت جزيرة. وكذلك أي إنسان بمس أو جن أو سحر أستطيع أن أعالجه من بعيد. يعني لو اجتمعت سحرة العالم على إنسان وسحره، أقسم بالله العظيم صادقا، أقسم بالله العظيم صادقا، يمين وحاسب عليه يوم القيامة، إني أملك العلوم التي أستطيع أن أعالج بها أي إنسان على وجه الأرض من بعيد في أي مكان بالكرة الأرضية. للتواصل أترك رقم تليفوني دائما في أول تعليق، واللي ما ينزل على التعليقات رقم تليفوني هو 009647803564. هذا واتساب وإيمو وفايبر. طبعا اليوم جايب لكم كم حلقة عن الجن، أرجو أن تنال إعجابكم.
In my investigations, I often ask that we do empathy exercises, that we put ourselves in the shoes of the person who witnesses strange situations, to figure out what we would have done in their place. It is a very useful mental exercise because it allows you to sometimes see that you would have also done the same thing. So considering that, I invite you to watch the following video.
Moverse. Yo quiero las plantas. Uf. Es bastante tarde. Moverse algo. Ay.
He was in the backyard of his property. No one should have appeared there. However, the image shows the opposite. A rather strange face that can be seen for a few seconds before getting lost among those plants. So, put yourself in his place. You know very well that no one should have been there. Tell me, wouldn't a cold and petrifying fear run through your body? Did you also notice that strange voice that is heard in the background?
Tarde. Moverse algo. Ay.
Could it have been a criminal? Or is the explanation closer to the paranormal? Questions whose answers our subscriber does not want to know, adding only that he wanted to get out of there as quickly as possible. What would you do in his situation? Would you act in the same way? Or would you have reacted differently? Comment below. Number 5. The following recording came to me thanks to a subscriber who urged us not to reveal her identity. However, she did reveal to us a disturbing situation that is taking place in the laboratory where her brother works. She says that since one of the employees of this place died, situations, events are occurring that directly classify them as paranormal. Shadows and strange noises in the corridors, along with strong glows, have made this place practically impassable. Events that could not be captured on camera until one day her brother came across this. Pay attention. Obviously, in the first instance, what attracts the most attention is that piece of paper that moves frantically. A piece of paper that has no reason for its movement, since according to our subscriber, this is a productive area that must be isolated from any external agent. There are no fans that blow out that amount of wind, so that movement is simply not justified. But it is not the only thing. I reviewed this video several times, looking in nooks and corners to see if I could manage to find anything else. It was while doing this task that we realized that at one point the device detected the presence of what appears to be a black head behind the boxes. Can you tell? This is a dark being that tries to hide from the camera lens. Do you think that all this is related to the unfortunate death that occurred some time ago? Without a doubt, a reflection that cannot be ruled out. Number 4. Despite not revealing his identity, a subscriber contacted us to show me what, in his own words, has been the weirdest thing he has seen in recent times. In his email, he says that one night they received a call from a relative who works as a security guard at a school, who sounded unusually terrified, suffering from a cold and an inexplicable sweat running down his back. The feeling was so strange that he needed to call his family to keep him company. After advancing a few feet with a cell phone, they would all witness something that to this day freezes their blood. In advance, I apologize for the poor quality of the video. The subscriber who sent it to me said that it could not be recorded better, since it was a video call, and second, that he never thought he would send it anywhere. It was something to show his relatives, but the result was so impressive that he decided to share it with us, too. Observe.
¿Qué va a comprar? Qué loco, enfócame al frente con la cámara. Pero 800 pesos, pues. Mira, Lepsi. Mira. ¿Verdad que estáis mirando?
Sí. Sí, estoy viendo. Está grabado.
Se me está apagando el cigarro.
No sale de ahí. No. Cállate.
Trata de enfocar por el frente, güey.
Papá.
¿Ah?
Papá.
Nada, no viste nada.
Dale.
Es que, mano, yo no entiendo, weón.
¡Hagamos algo!
Everyone's reaction portrays full length how disturbing that moment was, not only because no one should have been there, but because the being is extremely small and far from any kind of human or animal being. I remind you, this recording began because the boy started to feel an inexplicable fear, feeling terrified, sensing presences and hearing noises. He needed the support of his family at a time that he describes as extremely alarming. What is that? You do realize that it walks upright, correct? Due to its size, it is difficult for it to be a person. It's simply too small. What is actually captured by this device? Tell me what you think. Number 3. From Mexicali, Baja California, Edgar Vasquez, a faithful subscriber, contacted me to tell me what for him and his group of colleagues are disturbing manifestations that have begun to occur in his workplace. There have been various security cameras that in recent days have captured what for them are rightly poltergeist phenomena. Observe. He ensures that the place is completely uninhabited at night, which is why it is not possible to explain how the refrigerator opens and closes, how the lights turn on and off, or how that lamp manages to move. Occurrences that, according to him, show a tiny part of everything that has been happening here. An extremely stressful situation, which he says has been affecting everyone emotionally. What advice would you give him to get out of this? Leave it in the comments. Number 2. What lies here is a strange event captured one morning by a group of young people who were returning home after a night out. The movement was being captured by one of them with his camera, a camera that in the middle of a festive atmosphere inside the vehicle records something completely troubling. What is it about? See for yourself. The first impression it gives is that the presence of a woman alone in the middle of the night. As something that, although it is strange, it is not enough to relate it to something paranormal. However, that changes completely when we zoom in and put it in slow motion. That's where we realize that it has no head. Do you notice? Do you think it's a spirit? A lost soul that perhaps lost its life there and that wanders in search of something? Tell me what you think. Number 1. What I will tell you about next is an upsetting case that affected a man who on his own decided to isolate himself from society, to go and live in the forest. As usual, periodically the man with his horse walked through the vast lands that since he arrived he considered his home. A terrain full of flora and fauna that he loved to explore. However, one night while walking deep in the forest, he began to hear strange noises that took him to a place he had never been. The noises led him to a somewhat dark area with little lighting. What he later says is like something out of a horror movie. According to him, a tall, whitish and furless creature was perched on a tree. At first, when he saw its legs, he thought it was some sort of pig. A pig that was perched on the tree. But when the creature turned around, what he saw was something like the reference image you now see on the screen. It was white, tall and stooped over, with a bloody face, as if it had just fed off something. Unfortunately, he did not have any device that would allow him to record, so what he experienced remained a mere horror memory. However, from that day on, he decided to start recording as soon as he heard any noise. It was on one of his walks, when in broad daylight, a noise led him to approach the area where he found that creature so long ago. The video of that experience, you will see it below. Although only part of the face is visible, he is convinced that it is the same creature he saw last time, an entity that he does not know how to classify, and does not know if it is a ghost, a mythological creature, or simply a species not yet discovered. The truth is that he affirms with certainty that this does not fit with anything he has seen before. What could be the nature of this being? What would you do if you were faced with something like that? Tell me what you think of both this and the previous footage, since this video has already come to an end.
TikTok account, Ricky Eats World. Ricky makes the bold claim that his house is haunted, and he says that he's been dealing with some truly terrifying paranormal activity, most of which is primarily centered around his son Elliot. Over some time, Ricky has captured numerous eerie occurrences, archiving a host of creepy videos and sharing them to his TikTok page. What they revealed terrified TikTok viewers.
It was only me home, and I swear to God, there is wailing coming from the cupboard. Hello? Hello?
The sounds of wailing can be heard coming from Ricky Ricky's cupboard. He calls out, "Hello?" and then the sound of knocking can be heard echoing off the cupboard door. Ricky opens the cupboard, but no one's in there. This would only be the start of something terrifying for Ricky. In this next clip, Ricky finds his son acting rather strange.
Elliot, what are you doing? Oh, that's cool. What's that? What's that in the corner? Oh, why have you drawn that? Oh, really? What does he do?
He annoys me at the night.
Why?
Because he does this.
Oh, really?
But I'm not allowed to tell anybody.
Okay.
Ricky's son Elliot can be seen communicating with something we can't see. Ricky asks, "What are you doing?" To which Elliot replies with, "I'm drawing my bedroom," and that he's drawing a man hanging, as he can see a man hanging in the corner of his bedroom. However, when Ricky points the camera towards where Elliot can see the man, there's nobody there. Elliot then mentions that whoever or whatever he can see visits him in the night and, quote, annoys him by banging, but Elliot is not supposed to tell anyone. This could have been a one-off, but on another day, Ricky finds Elliot acting strange again.
Stop it.
Elliot, what are you doing? Oh, really? Right. You're crying? So this is the photo of the hanging man he's seen in the corner of his room. I'm going to ask him to draw it again when I've rubbed it completely off. Elliot, can you draw the hanging man for me like you did before?
No, because you'll tell me off at night.
What if I don't let him? What if you can sleep in my room? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Right, so what's these on his face?
Tears.
What's this?
Straight.
Oh, okay. Does he cry quite a lot?
Yeah, because you've got his fever up there and he's up there.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
But he annoys me at the night because he keeps saying yours and he just...
Okay, thank you.
Ricky finds Elliot shouting at the invisible hanging man to stop it. Ricky asks, "What are you doing?" And Elliot says that he can see the man hanging again, but this time the hanging man is crying. Ricky then asks Elliot to draw the man again, but Elliot straight up refuses and says that the man will, quote, tell him off at night. He only agrees to draw him when Ricky says he can sleep in his room. Again, the picture shows the hanging man crying. He tells Ricky again that the man keeps him up at night, crying and banging on the walls. Ricky let Elliot sleep in his room that night, but what about when Elliot went back to his own room the next night? Captured on a static camera placed inside Elliot's bedroom, we can see Elliot asleep in his bed. Then, a loud growl startles him. Elliot can be heard saying, "Stop it, you're scaring me." Then all of a sudden, Elliot is pulled off the bed, but manages to break free and flees downstairs. In the next clip, Ricky is awoken by noises in his home. He grabs his phone and goes to investigate.
So it's the middle of the night. There's a wailing coming from the bathroom. Everybody's asleep. Is there anybody there?
Creepy wailing sounds can be heard coming from Ricky's bathroom. As he gets closer, the toilet flushes on its own, but no one can be seen. Ricky bravely steps closer, asking if there's anybody in there. Then a frightening noise makes him jump back before the video ends there. In this next clip, Ricky is disturbed by noises coming from upstairs. He goes up to check and captures this.
Hello? Hello? Whoa.
As Ricky gets to the top of the stairs, he calls out, "Hello?" Then the door to one of the bedrooms violently slams shut. Ricky is spooked, but then the sounds of heavy footsteps running towards him causes him to flee back down the stairs in absolute terror. In these following clips, Ricky is again disturbed by noises, this time coming from his closet.
Hello? It's banging coming through the wall. Hello? Hello?
Banging noises lure Ricky to his cupboard. He tentatively opens the door to check who's in there. But as he looks inside, a horrifying hiss makes him jump back in fear. Then the banging noises lead Ricky to the loft. He opens the hatch, and then a blood-curdling noise frightens him. In another clip, aggressive banging can be heard rattling one of the doors. Ricky opens the door, but no one's there. Only a stuffed dog toy on the floor, which all of a sudden turns on. Whatever is haunting Ricky's house seems to be escalating.
So somebody's hammering the door down. And it's been like this for about 2 minutes. But there is absolutely nobody there. Hello? Molly, back here. Molly? Molly? Whoa. In.
Banging can be heard rattling Ricky's front door. He opens the door, but no one's on the other side. And as his dog Marley moves away from the gate, it somehow slowly opens all by itself. Creeped out, Ricky calls his dog Marley back inside. Then a horrifying moaning noise can be heard right next to him. In this final clip, whatever is haunting Ricky's house decides to make an appearance. Recorded on a motion sensor camera inside Ricky's house, we can see the door slowly open mysteriously by itself. Then something peeks his head around the wall before quickly ducking away out of sight. Not once, but twice. TikTok viewers have been left creeped out to by the haunting videos uploaded by Ricky, with many users believing that a quote, demon has attached itself to his son Elliot, and that Ricky should get him and Elliot out of there immediately. But what do you think? Is Ricky and his son Elliot being haunted by something evil? Let me know down below. If you're a fan of scary videos, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon. Creepy video comes from the urban exploration channel Urbex Hill. Chris ventures out late at night to the supposedly haunted Robert Fulton School, located in Cleveland, Ohio. The school was built back in the 1920s, but became abandoned in 2011 and is now in ruin. Chris decides to investigate the supposedly haunted building, and it revealed more secrets than he was expecting to find.
The amount of decay, though, God. This is crazy. What's that?
the decay is crazy in here.
As Chris is walking through the decaying school, he hears something what sounds like knocking coming from one of the hallways. Then, unaware to Chris at the time, mysterious dark figure can be seen stepping through a doorway at the end of the corridor. For the duration of the video, Chris explores the abandoned school. Then, at around 29 minutes into the video, he gets the fright of his life.
Somebody's in there. They're still there. Don't explore alone. Keep out. Oh shit. Somebody lives in here. Somebody's been living in here. Somebody's in here. I'm out.
Chris approaches a closed door with a handwritten keep out sign stuck to it. Intrigued and hoping to capture something terrifying, Chris opens the door. Inside, he finds a chair, a school desk, and furniture which weirdly had been piled up in a stack. On the other side, though, some sheets cover a hole in a door. Chris decides to pull it back, and then someone or something lets out a bone-chilling scream, and Chris flees the school, terrified beyond belief. Chris's viewers were on the edge of their seats watching his exploration of the abandoned Robert Fulton school, with many saying that they had a heart attack when whoever or whatever let out that terrifying scream. And even I, who has nerves of steel when it comes to scary videos, even jumped a little. Just a teeny bit, but keep that quiet. Some users suggest that Chris bumped into a homeless person living in this abandoned school. One of the top comments on this video says, "Whilst I'm sure we can all agree on that." Others believe Chris encountered something paranormal, but what do you think? Drop a comment below with your thoughts on this one. The shadows. This next entry comes from the TikTok account, Win McPix. I've featured several of Win's scary videos before, many of which have left TikTok viewers creeped out. You may remember a couple, like this one with the shadow figure disappearing after standing up, and this one with the peeking figure which isn't there when Win checks inside. In the following videos you're about to see, Win is relaxing at home when he notices something out the corner of his eye. He grabs his phone, hits record, and goes to investigate.
So, I don't know if you're going to see what I'm seeing, but this is on repeat. This happens over and then the knocking knocking. There it is, and it just goes and goes until you tell it to stop. Can you stop, please? It's just right there. That's new. Okay. Whatever you are, you gotta go. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Goodbye.
As Wynn pans the camera down the hallway, a mysterious dark thing appears out of nowhere before quickly walking out of sight. Then knocking sounds are heard, and then a chair can be seen swiveling back and forth. Wynn enters the room, and a child's voice can be heard humming. Wynn spins the chair round, but doesn't see anyone. Then the door slams behind him, and Wynn gets out of there. In the following clip, Wynn is in his kitchen when this happens.
Lie down. Go lie down. It's okay. Lie down. Stay. Been doing this all morning, and I don't have time for this today. Stop. Hey, buddy. I got too much going on. You gotta cut it out. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm just gonna set it up with towels, and we'll just let the phone roll. Calm down. Just holy cow. Little buddy.
Wynn's dog Charlie can be heard barking at something. Then the door to Wynn's basement slowly opens. Wynn turns the light on, and then it begins to flicker. Wynn shuts the basement door, but it opens again. And if you look closely, what appears to be a child-sized shadow figure creepily climbs up the stairs before it quickly vanishes into thin air when Wynn goes over to it. He closes the door, then immediately it opens, and the same shadow figure can be seen standing there watching Wynn from the darkness. Wynn goes over, and again, he quickly vanishes. This next clip, Wynn's dog alerts him to something rather creepy.
Leave. Stop. You gotta go. Shh, 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 shh. Calm down. What are you? Stop. Charlie, come on. I don't even know how to explain what I'm seeing. Holy hell.
Banging can be heard coming from Wynn's dining area. He goes over to check, and a pair of disembodied hands can be seen banging on the glass door. He turns the lights off inside and the outside light on to get a closer look, but whatever was just there has now vanished, like it was never there. The banging continues until Wynn opens the door, and then all of a sudden it stops. However, when Wynn shuts the door and walks away, the banging starts again, and when he turns to look, the hands can be seen banging on the glass door once again. The next day, the banging continues.
No, this is crazy. Did you hear this last night? Oh, yeah. It was going last night. Now, Charlie, come here. I guarantee it's going to keep on. It'll do it again.
TikTok viewers have been left terrified by these scary videos uploaded by Wynn McPix, with many saying that they regretted watching it late at night as they became too scared to go to sleep. However, others argue that Wynn is just a master at video editing. But what do you think? Real shadow figure haunting Wynn's home, or just clever edits? You tell me. Ghost Portal. This next creepy video comes from the popular Russian ghost hunting channel, Toppy. Sergei explains that he wants to conduct an experiment using two supposedly haunted mirrors placed opposite each other. Many paranormal enthusiasts and those interested in supernatural lore believe that placing two mirrors opposite each other can create a spiritual portal or a ghost portal. This is due to the endless reflections created, which some believe could be a gateway for spirits or entities to cross into our realm. This concept comes from various cultural and spiritual beliefs. For example, in Feng Shui, the ancient Chinese practice of arranging physical spaces, it's generally advised to avoid this mirror placement as it can lead to restlessness and amplify negative energy. And even good witches, yes, there are good witches, advise against placing two mirrors opposite each other. Sergei, keen to open a quote, mirror corridor, in an attempt to contact any spirits, places the two mirrors opposite each other. For several minutes, he asks questions and nothing much really happens. But then, at around 12 minutes in, he readjusts the mirrors in his equipment, and then this happens.
Только что проявился какой-то дом. Я сегодня, буду, показывать вам то, что вообще проявляется. Поставим сюда. Наверное, вот так. Вот так. Вы можете показать себя, призраки, сущности, которые могут выйти из этого зеркала. Проявите себя. Проявите себя с помощью этого приложения. Только что был стук. Так, ладно. Призраки, проявите себя. С помощью этих нейросетей. Блин, у меня такое чувство сейчас было, что меня как будто бы кто-то за плечо взял.
Sergei can be heard asking any spirits to show themselves to him. Some knocking sounds can be heard around him, but nothing can be seen. Then, all of a sudden, something dark appears behind him. He slowly moves towards him and seems to reach out and touch him on the shoulder before retreating back the opposite way. It then dissipates, never to be seen again. Sergei feels it, but when he turns around, nothing's there. YouTube viewers have been left horrified by this video uploaded by Toppy, with many believing it to be 100% real. Toppy says that this is, quote, ghosts showed themselves through the neural networks, essence in my apartment. But what do you think? Did Sergei summon a ghost through his mirror corridor as he and his viewers believe? You tell me. Behind you. This video has been circulating on social media and it appears to show something terrifying. There are rumours it's related to some kind of voodoo ritual or witch doctor practice. If it is, they've conjured up something that should definitely have been left alone. In the video, a man can be seen making his way home when out of nowhere his day quickly goes south. The man happily sings a song on his walk home. However, he quickly changes tone when he spots someone or something behind him in his phone camera. He stops walking and it stops too and appears to just stare at him. The man makes a run for it and whoever or whatever this is chases after him before the video ends there. Now, I have no idea what happened to this man, nor if the video is real, as there's very little information about it. However, commenters on this video believe it to be real, and that this man encountered something malevolent. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. Ghost Girls. The final ghost video for today comes from the ghost hunting channel Midwest Ghost Hunter. Ian heads out in the dead of night to the supposedly haunted Vicksburg Cemetery all alone, or so he thought.
It's just when you're out here alone and damn, that's just very unnerving. Is anyone out here with me? Could you give me a sign of your presence? My name is Ian. I'm just out here taking a stroll, a nightly stroll. Now, it's probably an odd time to be out here, but... Oh, shit. Dude, okay, that's not normal.
Ian makes his way down a wooded path, and what sounds like footsteps can be heard quietly walking towards him from the shadows. Ian becomes spooked, but continues on.
I'm coming towards you, whoever you are. I hear somebody walking up and down this trail. Could you walk towards me? Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh my god. I'm sorry. You almost gave me a heart attack. The footsteps were now much closer and more defined. Yet as you can see in front of me, there is nothing but an empty void.
This time, louder footsteps can be heard again, coming from the darkness surrounding Ian. Ian eventually reaches the cemetery, where he spots a tombstone under a tree. He decides to call out, and then this happens.
Oh my gosh. This whole grave is in shambles. I'm sorry that your tombstone has been destroyed. What happened? Is it vandalized? Whoa. Okay, I just heard you. At this moment, a woman's whisper intelligently responds to my question. Holy crap.
As Ian asks if someone has vandalized the grave, a woman's voice can be heard whispering the word, yeah. Amazed by this, Ian decides to get out his K2 meter and ask further questions.
You don't have to be shy, ma'am. As I said, I'm just here to visit. I'm here with nothing but respect. I'm getting eaten up by mosquitoes right now. But that's okay. It's worth it. If I could just hear your voice one more time. Whoa. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I heard that.
Ian asks the woman to talk to him again, and she does. This time, she sounds like she says, "It's lonely here." Ian mentions that after conducting some research, he found out that the grave belongs to Vesta Black Davis, who passed away in 1875 and was buried there all on her own. Maybe that's why she was so keen to talk and replied with, "It's lonely here." Ian continues his investigation around the supposedly haunted cemetery. While he's looking at the graves, he hears footsteps again and decides to follow them.
Hello? I heard you walking again. I would really like to get to know you. Oh, it is so scary out here. You have no idea how freaky it is. My infrared camcorder just captured this ethereal form drifting through the darkness. Could this be the same spirit that has been walking up and down this trail all throughout the night?
As Ian follows the footsteps, his static infrared camera captures a mysterious translucent figure moving behind him. But who or what is it? Ian comes across a tombstone which some people have said, quote, "glows in the dark." And sure enough, he spots several glowing orbs floating around the grave. But then it gets even weirder.
Could you do that one more time? Oh, whoa, whoa! What the hell was that? Oh, whoa, whoa! Oh, whoa, whoa! Oh, whoa, whoa! That sounded like the fence. Did you just rattle this fence? If that was you, and you just rattled this fence, could you do it again? Whoa. Holy moly.
As Ian asks for more glowing orbs, the fence all of a sudden begins to rattle. Ian asks whatever is there to do it again, and bizarrely, the fence rattles again. Ian looks around and discovers the grave belongs to a little girl named Nanny. Ian continues asking questions at the grave, and things get a little bit creepy.
Is there anybody else that's buried here? Whoa, I just heard your voice. Could you say it once more? Dude, oh my god, I just heard you again! I just received an intelligent response from what sounds like a ghostly little girl, and now realize that there actually may be two spirits haunting this gravesite. Nanny Bickle, who passed away at the age of 5, and Ida Bickle, who passed away at age 7.
Ian asks if anyone else is buried there, and then the voice of a little girl can be heard whispering the name Ida. Ian discovers that Ida is Nanny's sister, buried in the neighbouring grave. And later on, at around 3 a.m, Ian decides to snap some photos at the grave, and what he captures astonished both him and his viewers.
Photo. Could you smile? Alright, I'm gonna count to 3, okay? And I want you to pose for this photo. 1, 2, 3. If you look at this photo closely, there appears to be 2 misty little girls staring into the camera from the gravesite. They both appear to be in their adolescence, have long hair, and dark beady eyes. In the photo taken afterwards, they are completely gone. I was already under the belief that Nanny and Ida's ghosts were in my presence. I now have photographic proof to back it up.
Ian decides to take photos of the grave where the little girls Nanny and Ida are buried. And captured in one of the photographs taken by Ian, we can see two ghostly apparitions of what looks like little girls standing behind the fence, staring right at Ian. And then, in the photo taken afterwards, the two ghostly figures are nowhere to be seen. Ian's viewers were amazed by this footage, convinced that everything Ian encountered at the Vicksburg Cemetery was 100% real paranormal evidence. Ian recounts his chilling encounter that night as, quote, two ghost girls in an old cemetery. But what do you think? Did Ian capture real paranormal activity on camera at this supposedly haunted cemetery? You tell me. Thank you so much